All right, we should be live now. I think the timer will be a little laggy, but we should be good soon. And we're back to our World of Darkness playing Werewolf 20th Anniversary Edition. It has been a while, and we kind of left on not quite a cliffhanger. Folks weren't in imminent danger, but definitely a very dramatic scene as we're in a hospital where Nick, your character, is overseeing your boss's daughter who is in stable but critical condition. You've just paid off an orderly to make sure that drug panels are not showing anything in particular. You've gone so far as to take the sample of blood they took from her. Which I will point out that you said you wanted to just take the vial out of the room when it was empty. No roll for that. You can do that. However, when they discover that there is no vial of blood, they're just going to draw another vial. Excuse me. So I just thought I'd point that out. Oak should be joining us soon, but it's been long enough that let's go ahead and have a casting call here. John, who are you playing?
Hello, I'm John. I will be playing the resident foul-mouthed, short-tempered techie, Cat. She is distinctly concerned in her current situation. She does not know what to do. People are not her strong suit, especially not people that are able to manipulate entire rooms full of impressionable young women.
Yeah, and I believe as we ended last time, pardon my throat's a little raw, coming down with something, but you have a couple of folks you caught that you were interrogating and just kind of left in a room for right now.
There's the one who actually had the silver weapons, who's unconscious in the room. There's the one who is ex-Spetsnaz, who's unconscious in the room. Both of them are thoroughly tied up. There's the one that Kat just disarmed, who was actually there to kill the lead singer, who turns out to have been the demon. Kat had not figured that out until she told him, and she's like, oh, fuck, that makes sense. Kat's just sitting there going like, why me?
All right, and Nick.
It is good to see all of my friends again. It is I, Mikael. I am currently trying to figure out how to get back on my, so to speak, boss's good side again.
His imminent arrival is what you're awaiting, and you've been told to stay there with his daughter until he gets there. James.
Hello, I'm playing Ko Malu, a Hawaiian that's not really from Hawaii, just heritage-wise, that has no idea what's going on, just going with the flow, so to say, and is here to support his friends and hopefully make it through this whole ordeal for the better.
You were in the hospital with Mikhail, talking to some of the nurses who were trying to get some information as to what drugs might be going through this unfortunate young woman's body. You actually did the smooth thing, saying that it was a sorority party and there were many drugs floating around, which was completely viable.
Okay.
Like, okay.
I see. Sounds like something Ko would do, something big brain, but me as a player, I'm not that big brain, so... Thank you, I appreciate that.
So, I believe everybody got in contact with one another just to, say, Cat holding down the fort. You've got a couple of people that are hostages. The woman is critical but stable condition currently. They're trying to flush out her system. They've done the liquid charcoal into the stomach. She also has an ungodly amount of alcohol in there as well. So that's going on. When Oak gets back, Oak was doing some things as well. The party kind of didn't stop so much. I mean, there was some fright going on, and for a little while there, things were a little odd. But the singer actually, once things calmed down enough, the singer in the band actually took the stage again and the music just kind of got everybody back into the mood to party versus the mood to fright leave, as it were. So they kind of helped you to cover up anything that was going on. Back at the facility, Kat, you and Oak's character would be the only ones to have really caught on to this. But yeah, there you go. They actually kind of helped. So we'll pick back up with Nick as you're sitting in the room with the young lady. We'll say, James, you're just right outside of the room talking to the nurses as best you can, recalling what some of the party favors were that were being passed around. And, a lot of it was just the common drugs that are in the drug scene at the time, so nothing completely unexpected, but taking the list. Yeah. As a well-dressed man enters, he's on the short side, though. He's got kind of a military, very severe haircut. Your boss, Nick, normally wears very nice, fashionable hats, which he's holding in his hand now because he's being very polite being in a building. You see that a lot of the clinical staff here apparently know him because he's coming in, he's nodding at the nurse. James, as he's coming in, you see that he's actually talking to some of the folks that are like maintenance. The guy with the floor cleaner, he talks to for a moment. You see he slides like $100 bill in his pocket. And they seem to know each other pretty well.
For $100, I'll get to know you real well too.
And he doesn't even look at you, Nick, as he walks into the room. And you see his eyes dart to the side where you're sitting. So he's, he not acknowledged your presence that much, but he goes right over to his daughter. He's looking at the equipment. He seems to know what he's doing as he's reading heart rate, respiration. He picks up her medical chart, starts looking through it, starts nodding his head, and then he comes to one page. And he's kind of looking at this and squinting at it, and he tears it off the clipboard. Kind of folds it up, puts it in his pocket, puts the clipboard back down. He looks over to you, Nick, pulls out a cigar. He's about to light it, realizes where he is, and he just kind of doesn't light it, but keeps it in his mouth. So, Nick, you should be reporting about now as to what's going on with my daughter here. Or Mikhail. Sorry. Mikhail.
All good. Well,
my only daughter, I might add.
As I am aware, she is doing good for now. We caught and are preparing to interrogate perpetrators, find out exactly what they did, who all was involved.
I see. You are good man. He kind of pats you on the side.
I give a little shrug.
One of my best. I trust you will come to the bottom of this. Yes, my daughter is still alive. You've done your duty, keeping her alive. I expect she will make a good recovery. I tell you, in your investigations, you have a certain band that played tonight, yes?
Da.
Yes. Their leader, he and I have an understanding. He is under my protection. You understand?
Da.
Good. He takes out one of his very fine cigars. He nips off the end, and he puts it in your pocket. Continue your work.
I give him a respectful nod that's a little bit deep, not a bow, but is deeper.
I go and make sure she has the best nurse and doctor available. Excuse me.
I will stay in the room, keep watch over her until otherwise notified.
Yeah. So 2 more men that you know work for your boss as well. You know them pretty well. You've gone out drinking with them a few times. You're on fairly good business. You know these guys are the leg breakers, though. And they kind of nod at you. And they say, Mikhail, what are your relief? You can go now. The boss kind of looks at you, kind of looks where the boss went. Was not mad at all. You're still good, Mikhail. Don't know why. That was my daughter. If that was my daughter, I don't know why I'd be so understanding.
Well, and if I'm being honest with you, I expected him to be a lot more upset, but I believe he trusts in my ability to get to the bottom of this and punish those responsible. Would either of you care to get in on that action if and when I find the culprit?
They both shrug. Depends on what the boss wants. You need a gun?
I give a little bit of a shrug, at the same time nodding. Perhaps.
Yeah, one of them has. It's a very nice tailored suit. He's got 2 holstered pistols, one under each arm. So, do you prefer the 9 or the Magnum?
Do I know which gun is his favorite? I don't want to take his favorite.
Nah.
Okay.
Either one would be fine. He doesn't really have a favorite. This is actually the knife guy.
Oh, okay. I'll take the Magnum. The 9 is going to be a little easier for him to use.
All right. He unstraps the holster, hands you the whole thing, and then hands you 2 speed load clips. So the Magnum is a revolver, 6-shot, and he hands you 2 speed load clips that each have 6 bullets ready to go. Basically, you just kind of pop it in the cylinder, slide it off, and you've got all 6 chambers full again.
Awesome.
In a very quick way.
I will sequester it away into my robe of hiding.
Tracy's very temperamental. You sure a good time, yes?
Tracy will have a great time. I will treat her very good.
All right.
I will
take
head
up,
out to meet everybody. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
So one of them takes over the seat that you had, and the other one kind of goes out. He interrupts a nurse that you're talking to, James, and says, "Pardon, could I get another seat in here, please?" And she's like, "Oh." They seem to know who this guy and his minions are. She's quick to move and bring in another chair.
I'll offer to carry it for her because I'm a gentleman.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, thank you. Okay, Nick will say that you have the original blood draw. You've got it on your person since you haven't had a chance to leave and dispose of it yet, which was, I think, what your idea was.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to actually, before I leave, I'm going to let them know. I'm going to show them the blood vial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let them know. I'm taking this with me, and we'll dispose of it. They may come around for another. Probably best that they don't get another.
I don't think it matters at this point. The boss is going to get a particular physician involved.
Very
Someone,
good.
Who's part of the family.
Very good.
Happy hunting.
I give him like a little nod salute, and then I head out. Do I know? Actually, I guess that would be Koa. Is Koa's here, right?
Yes, just right outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go talk to Koa real quick. Koa, do we have any equipment that we could use to run a blood sample to try and find exactly what drug she was poisoned with?
That's more of a common thing, isn't it?
Yeah, Koa, you do not. I mean, the closest thing you're going to get is either take it to a university or because even the hospital can't do that here. They've got to send it away.
Okay.
They don't have a lab. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that I don't know much about that. That'd be more of a Connor question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's a Connor question.
Sorry.
So,
It's all the
I'm
toes.
mixing up my C's and my
I keep doing
K's.
that too. Yeah.
Oh yes, right. Sorry,
Actually,
Koa.
yeah, I think I have swapped the whole thing. I think it was Connor here who gave the line about it just being a party, and Koa was back at the club sampling
Oh, dear.
and was like high as a kite. But Koa's here now anyway, so
Yep.
Like,
Koa is
Koa's here now.
Koa's higher? Oh no. Okay. Oh no.
Well, I think perhaps we should go talk to Connor, and I will ask him the same question.
Yeah, you get the same thing. It's like, you know,
Okay.
even the hospital here has to send off for it. They don't have a lab in this city.
Gotcha.
Not big enough.
Well, in that case,
Yeah, John.
You know who might know who to talk to? We have hunter friends with fire
yeah.
axe.
Yeah, they have provided you with a decent amount of equipment, but not enough to be able to do a centrifuge on blood and be able to do, because you're talking about a, what are they called? What are those molecular analyzers?
Yeah, I know what you're
it's
talking about.
Mass spectrometer.
Mass spectrometer, exactly. Yeah.
Oh hell, believe it or not, those are you can get those quite cheaply nowadays.
Yes, but the problem is that hospitals generally are allotted them, and they go to larger facilities, which this is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the centrifuge for the blood that's the harder part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should probably get back to the party. There are a couple of uninvited guests that I would like to speak with.
All right. Yeah, it's a short trip. Again, it's a fairly small town, so you're there, and oddly enough, the party is still going.
Well, since Birthday Girl is no longer here, and she's really the only one I cared about protecting, I'm going to ignore the party and go straight to the back.
Okay, where Kat's probably pacing outside of the room that the prisoners are kept in.
Oh, I'd honestly say there's reasonable odds that Kat's currently in there having a conversation with the woman she disarmed, and after finding out that she is at the thief, is like, we need to talk.
Okay, did you want to have a scene before they showed up then? Or?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if one would make sense, but
Yeah, because I think the last thing we had was you had that scene with her where she told you that they're here actually hunting this singer who is a demon.
it is just one of those.
Yeah, if you've got anything further to ask, probably maybe you stepped out of the room after you were dropped with that little information bomb. If you had something else you wanted to ask, you can go back in.
But she just had a little information bomb. She's pacing around outside of the room in a little circle, and there's just this trail of profanity following after her. You know.
Mm-hmm. So if you step back in, give me a perception alertness roll.
Perception. Which category was that under?
Perception's a mental.
Oh, that's right. It's alertness that I'm looking for in a lower section.
It's
That's
under
right.
Talents.
Talents,
It's a
very
personal
top.
talent.
What difficulty?
If I don't say 5 is the standard.
Okay. All right, that's 3 successes.
Okay. As you open the door and step into the room, you notice right away that she has successfully been able to free her legs, which she quickly tucks back under the chair as she sees the door open, but not fast enough for you to notice. She is still bound with her arms behind her back to the chair, but she has freed her legs.
You know, I'm really not. I normally don't end up tying people up, and I'm not particularly good at it. She just gestures to her legs. So, we do need to talk, because I don't exactly want a demon on my front door either. And I know other people who are interested in this particular situation too.
Look, it's every prisoner's duty to try and escape, but you seem reasonable enough. If you really want to chat, why don't we chat like civilized beings, and you come over here, unbind my hands, let me check on my friends. They look like they're not doing so hot.
I can say with absolute confidence that these guys aren't your friends.
Touche.
I also would gather. I would also guess by how absolutely sloppy that was that you're working alone.
Yeah. Kind of want to know if they're competition or if they're working for the demon or
Dickhead.
something else going on here.
Let's see. All right, so Dickhead, who is here to kill a girl, and pretty sure that asshole was after me. So
No, so nothing to do with me. Okay. Well,
nothing to
so
do with you, nothing to do with him. There is someone else in town that has to do with him, and a bunch of people that we do actually trust.
Well, if you're not willing to unbind my hands, you got a cigarette?
Oh, come to. I want to remind you that that guy is a professional. She's going to unbind her hands.
Okay.
And he ended up tangling with me in close quarters, and it went badly for him, and he was ready for me.
Okay, I tell you what. Do you want to try and psychoanalyze her to see if she really is willing to speak, or if this is just a ploy, or are you just going to make the threat and hope the threat stands?
Oh, admittedly, a lot of that's just Kat being honest. But I feel like Kat would try. She's gonna fail spectacularly. But what role would that be?
It's definitely going to be manipulation, because manipulation is your ability to manipulate and know if you're being manipulated, and then probably subterfuge.
Subterfuge.
Although
All right,
if you've got any psychology skills, that would work too, which I don't think.
She has none of those, and she only has one in manipulate. Is this a difficulty 6 or above?
Nope, just a 5.
Okay. Nope, Kat has no fucking clue.
Okay, yeah, you don't know, but you apparently are willing to trust her.
Kat's willing to trust. Well, I'll be honest. It's not that Kat's willing to trust her. It's that Kat's willing to trust Kat.
Okay. You unhook her hand. She does not move suddenly. She waits for you to back up before she slowly starts to move, and then she stands up and just kind of unkinks herself. You notice that in the heel of her boots, this is how she got free. She had very tiny knives in the heel, which she now kind of retracts back into the heel of the boot. And it's designed exactly is as if your legs were bound, that knife would be able to cut a bound right around your ankle level. And she just kind of slots that back into the boot.
I need to remember to get actual manacles. Not that those would probably stop a particularly clever person, but...
So, it looks like you had a lot going on tonight. These have nothing to do with me. Okay. My quarry sounds like he's still singing on the stage.
There's not... Well, so there are a few things that go with this right now. One, anything we can do, anything that could be done about him here will result in a lot of collateral. That's obvious. Even I can figure that out.
I intended to get him as so she starts as you're talking, and she's not close to you, so and she's moving slowly, deliberately. She starts peeling off her stealth gear, and underneath she's got basically a dress on, an evening dress. My plan was to get in as a groupie after the party.
Yeah, and then you tried right in the middle of a crowd. I want to remind you, you see that guy tied to the water heater?
Mm-hmm.
Ex-Spetsnaz, he's scarier than you. And that singer took him down alone.
Well,
when that guy had the drop on him, you would not have survived.
Well, I have it's not the first time I've taken out a demon.
Oh, thank fuck. Maybe you'll be able to help things out.
So about that cigarette. Got one?
What?
Cigarette? Got one?
No, I do not smoke. Addictive personality and all. I never started because I know I'd never stop.
That is unfortunate. How about a glass of booze of some sort? It's a party out there. Would you mind if I got
Kat's
something?
gonna go to the pockets of the Spetsnaz guy and see if he has any cigarettes.
No. Does not.
This is one of those. So here's the thing. I'm at the point where I trust you enough to have your binds off, but not bonds off and unsupervised yet.
Hey, look, you're obviously not under the thrall of this demon. You're not acting like it. You're not being overprotective. It doesn't actually seem like you know anything about what's going on, which is fine. I am not your problem.
Realistically, I think that would be the case. However, there are certain people that I think would be able to help in this entire situation that you might want to stick around so that I can make introductions.
I don't really play well with others. There's also the matter that I don't like splitting the bounty.
I'll be honest. One of them's not in. One of them I know for sure isn't in it for a bounty and just wants to get rid of him. If it's the same demon we're talking about, if there's more than one demon in this town, I am going to lose my shit and murder something. I should really be looking at my camera.
All right. Well, I'll just sit here then. I'd really appreciate a drink of something, though. Even water would be fine.
This is the storage room. There's there's got to be like water bottles back here or something.
Sure. Yeah. There, of course there is.
Cats break out water bottles.
Actually, there are several cases of champagne back
Oh,
here.
In that case, Cat no longer gives a fuck about this. Julie's not here. The birthday girl's not there. Cat's just pulling out the champagne. She's having some herself. Cat
Okay.
can't get drunk.
So we'll say Mikhail and Koa, you guys basically walk in as Cat has just popped the cork on a magnum of champagne and is just taking it right from the bottle. As is another girl who is in an evening gown, but she's still wearing the lower part. So like she's got like the black camouflage, urban camouflage fatigues and combat boots with a dress tucked, down into it. So she just has, the top part of the dress is showing off, and she's got the combat gear just kind of flopped off, laying around her waist.
So,
Sitting down, also has a bottle of champagne in her hand and is drinking it. And she looks over as you two walk in.
I point my finger at her, but I look at Kat. Is this one also after the girl?
no, this one's after the demon.
There's a demon?
Remember the whole rigmarole? We kind of saved a guy's life who was after a demon. We were pretty sure we wanted to help.
All right.
The girl kind of looks up at you and just kind of gives a smirk and says, yeah, he's singing on stage right now, actually.
Yeah, that's gotta be a problem, possibly.
Yeah, we're going to put a pin in that one. He's under protection right now. Let me get back with you on that. I point to the two other dudes. Have they woken up at all?
No, it's actually getting rather concerning. When someone's unconscious this long, they have a habit of dying.
So I look at the girl that's drinking with Kat. How much do you know?
I don't know anything. I'm just here to kill the demon and collect a sizable bounty.
No, not about that. I meant about us.
Cat here's a great host, but has shit taste in champagne.
Only something I didn't know.
I didn't choose the champagne. I don't go for something this expensive. I know how to get something cheap that tastes okay.
All right, I'm gonna let them drink, and I'm gonna go try and wake up the two guys.
Okay. Do you have any medical knowledge at all?
Medical knowledge, I
Like
have
first
exactly
aid?
0 medicine.
Is Connor back?
Nope.
I mean, Connor was with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
I don't
just
want
not
to
on the
puppet
overlay.
a PC though, or a puppet a PC though. So he's doing something in the crowd. Maybe looking after some girls that are passed out from drug abuse
Gotcha.
on the floor.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can just roll your perception or your intelligence instead. You don't have the skills. So.
Yeah, I'll do. I guess I'll do Are you back?
We've got Connor back.
Welcome
Good.
back. I'll say that in that case, I'll say to Koa, Koa, can you please get Connor in here?
Sure thing.
Connor. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Did Bert drop?
Did we lose Bert? I think we lost Bert for a moment. He'll be back.
It's okay. He might be back in un momento. Por
Hold on, let me
favor.
get the chat up here. Oh well, no one to entertain on the oh, there we go. No, we have not heard Connor the entire time. Or Koa. Holy shit! That is just perfect. I wish I'd heard you. Kat probably would have had smart ass things to say.
Oh, don't worry. It was more for the beginning half.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we haven't heard you since you were still out leaning on the car cursing your terrible driving.
So Connor, yes, you've been going around. The party's still going, and more of these sorority sisters are. There are several that are puking drunk, a few that passed out. So you've just been checking them out to make sure they're okay.
Yep.
Having some of the security guys drag them over to the recovery room.
Yep. The tent in the corner.
All right, but you do finally come in just as Mikhail was checking on these two unconscious guys. So if you want to make that roll, you certainly can.
Which roll?
So it's going to be based on perception, and then whatever you have for medical skill.
Okay.
5 is the difficulty. If I don't say, it's just 5.
Would emergency medicine work or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
No successes.
10 successes.
All right. One is in a coma.
Uh-huh.
The other one, you're pretty sure, has been made a vegetable, as the back of his skull has been quite fractured and is been leaking spinal fluid the entire time.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Who broke the back of this man's head?
I know that Kat didn't do lethal damage to the one she knocked out.
You're suddenly very quiet. Are you further from your mic?
Hello?
My mic might just be great. I know Kat didn't do lethal damage to the one she knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did some lethal damage, but not enough to kill him.
No, this one's knocked out, and this one's, if he's lucky, a vegetable. That's spinal fluid on the ground.
Was that Spetsnaz guy or Weird Hunter guy?
Spetsnaz guy is the one that's just in a coma.
Oh shit, Cat killed him. Guys,
No. I think the vegetable is... Ooh.
Damn it, and we needed to interrogate him. And I've killed someone. Shit.
Spetsnaz is in the coma, and spinal fluid is Hunter. Which one's leaking spinal fluid?
There were just 2 of these intruders. The Spetsnaz guy is the one that's just in a coma, and the other one is just his companion.
I mean,
they were here to take out the girl.
Oh, both of them were here?
Well, they're dressed similarly.
Okay. That doesn't tell... The thing is that didn't the one that Cat fought have silver knives or something?
That was her. That was... I'm pretty sure that was her, the demon hunter that had the silver knives.
Okay. That makes this much easier. Okay, so Cat's like...
All right, what do you want to do? I mean, the one in a coma will probably come to at some point, but it's going to need some medical attention. The other one, if they come to, yeah, they're pretty much a vegetable.
Oh, man. What have I been doing with my life? I mean...
being on the run from Big Scary Evil Corporation.
I'm just picturing when you say that, Connor, the first thing that goes through your mind that makes you say that is, I wonder if the parts are worth anything. And then you're like, oh, what am I doing with my life?
They are.
No, I was thinking we could pump enough of the drugs into the guy so he would OD.
Mm,
The guy who's the vegetable.
yeah.
Oh, no. You keep him a vegetable. The parts are worth something.
I'm not that far gone yet.
Neither is Cat, yet. Our game master, on the other hand.
That's my job, to be evil.
All right, I'll take care of the guy in the coma. We may be able to question him.
Sure. Yeah, so he's at minimal, he's got a concussion. You can try and get him up and out. I guess coma is a bit of a
He's
a strong
unconscious.
word. He's unconscious and has a concussion.
He'll need a few hours at least.
Okay. I'll be honest. He may not be that useful alive. Because, like, you can't really, unless popular media has everything wrong about them, you can't really torture a Spetsnaz into telling you things.
I don't plan on torturing him.
Oh.
I mean, there are medicines that could get people more talkative.
And we may have other things at our disposal too, including a very concerning thing in the basement.
I don't want to deal with that thing.
That is okay. I will deal with it.
I don't want to be friends with it either.
Well, one of you is taking him to an a book autographing soon, so I don't know, that was Mikhail.
If I remember correctly, I was getting his books autographed. I don't recall that I was taking them with me. I mean, if he's able to give me something so that he can see his version of a Ring doorbell, then I can take it with me so he can experience it.
You'll work out the particulars when you're closer to the time.
Da.
What was it? Daniel's deal? Forget. It was one of the trash offers.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Daniel. Where are my notes? Hang on. I have it in my notes somewhere. Oh, it's on my OneNote. Hang on.
Anyway, so yeah, up to you, Connor. He's got a concussion. He's unconscious, which those two things are not good together. He probably needs some medical attention, which honestly you could provide if you got back to the farmhouse with him, because most of your equipment's there. No, I take it back. You guys set up a first aid station in here.
Mm-hmm.
You could treat him here.
Yeah, I think I will get started on that.
Okay.
I don't want to make him
10
comfortable.
successes. I'm not going to make you roll again. It's just going to get you some time. You'll be able to, you set him up with an IV to pump some fluids into him slowly, including just a little bit of adrenaline, just to get him conscious if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then start treating him for what you can do for the head injury while that's going on. Are you going to do so? I'm going to ask this. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to ask this. Are you going to do anything to restrain him while you're working? Or are you taking some folks with you to help?
Both.
All right. Any PC want to volunteer for that, or do you want to just grab some of the guards?
What is it you need help with, Connor?
I need help restraining the man and extra security. Because noodle arms.
Koa, you're significantly scarier than Connor. I've seen you fight.
Wow.
What?
Damn.
Is she wrong?
Okay, fair enough. I was trying to defend you, but okay, fair enough.
No, I know I'm not scary.
Not normally, no.
I'm happy to assist if you need me. I would also like to have a moment to speak to this nice lady and cat about our mutual acquaintance out on stage.
You haven't said anything about dismissing her, so she's just listening intently to this whole dialogue that's going on as she continues to drink her champagne.
Why the fuck would Julie buy this champagne?
Here, let me try it. I'll take a sip.
Yeah, it's the stuff that they come in expensive bottles they charge a lot for, but really this is like a $5 bottle of champagne as far as taste goes.
Yes. The reason is completely because of brand name. Have you ever gone to grocery store? And at grocery store, you have two options. You have store brand and then you have name brand.
Look, have you seen anything with a Kellogg's logo in the house?
It is the same shit. That is what this is. This just makes them feel fancy.
Well, where would you like to have this conversation?
I'm gonna be honest. Cat's suggesting. I'm gonna be honest. Current situation, anyone does anything, there's gonna be a lot of collateral. I know there's people who'd be willing to be in on this, who are not interested in any kind of bounty and are just in it to make sure to deal with some sort of family shit. I also know that there's people who I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones who put the bounty there in the first place in town who might be helpful. They're funded independently, they don't need bounties.
Well, I tell you what, and she starts to strip off the rest of her like battle fatigues, revealing like a very name brand nightgown beneath. And she takes out like a small kit off her belt pouch and goes over to like a small mirror that's on the inside of one of the lockers, because this used to be like the employee lounge. Then she pulls out like a small comb and a makeup kit and just kind of fluffs everything. And so what she's currently wearing, highly unlikely that she could be hiding weapons anywhere. She even pulls out a pair of like very, very slender like sandals that she puts on as she throws her boots off, and she just kind of packs all of her gear into one of the lockers. She turns around to offer her back to probably Connor and says, "Zip me up."
Sure.
Okay. As you do so, you do notice that she has some very, very small, like as in not large, but tiny tattoos that are all tattooed just kind of up and down her back, but in such a way that like they can easily be hidden by the straps of her dress.
Mm-hmm.
And they look more like they're like sigils more than anything else. And she's like there, and then she turns around so that you can appreciate the nightgown and also see that she's not armed. Feeling better?
Those are interesting tattoos.
Protection glyphs.
Okay, that's cool.
We
Honestly,
don't do much against human opponents, but against demons and certain other unnaturals, they're quite handy.
Any unnaturals that we have to worry about imminently around here?
I would know. I'm just tracking the demon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but like, never mind. That's not the point. The point is that I have been given express orders that this man is under the protection of my good friend, and now you're telling me he is a demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I haven't actually been in his presence yet, but he's the one I've been tracking. He's shucked 3 forms. This is the most recent one.
okay.
And it lines up with what our lovely fellow from the garage medicine told us. Likes hedonistic things, tendency to party, tends to make shit go wrong wherever he goes.
Look, I'm
Well-
not judging. This guy might be a totally cool guy, but I'm being paid to kill him.
Here's the problem. I can't have you kill him right now.
Well, that's fine. I think the mission's pretty much scrubbed for the night anyway, but sooner or later, your friend's protection will likely be lifted, and I intend to stick around for that.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Kat, would you care to accompany our guest? Perhaps she would like to get a look at our friend to confirm he is the real deal.
She was about ready to stab him, and I disarmed her before I realized what the whole situation was.
Well, and that is why I trust you to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, I kind of have to cut him to know for sure. I wasn't going to kill him on the floor, just a little nick.
Well, you said you could tell in his presence, though. So
Presence. I mean, he gets really good at hiding things.
you know,
And he
this
gets
is
better
not
with each body that he inhabits.
this is not how you make good friendship. This is not how you make friends. You lied to me. You told me that you would be able to tell in his presence. Now you tell me that you cannot. What is next? You're
I'm not
going to have to
sure.
cut his heart out
Look,
to be
I'm
able
not-
to tell if
I'm
it's
not
a
sure
demon.
that I can tell in his presence. I can certainly tell if he's using his powers. I can tell. When they're quiescent and they're not really doing anything supernatural, it's really hard to tell because their skin suit kind of just takes over and they're just a normal person, but they're still in there.
Like
The
what
blood
kind of
always
powers?
tells, though. The blood always tells. And look, yeah, I lied to you. I admitted to you that I am a hired killer. I kill these things for a living. You understand that?
I'll tell you what. I want to level with you if you level with me. Can we do that? Can we be friends?
I don't really have friends, but okay. Acquaintances?
I reach into my robe.
Contacts.
I reach into my robe. I pull out some of the good shit, and I hand her a blunt. What does this
She
make
shrugs.
us?
Yep, she lights up.
I give her a little cheers with my own.
Hmm.
Cat stands upwind.
All right, here's what I'm proposing. How about we go out and have a good time? Let the party proceed as normal, and you see if you can sense any of this demonish magic or whatever you call it, and then we will pick this up in the morning. How does that sound?
Sure. Look, I understand protection. Are you guys what are you guys? You got what? Anarch, Camaril, Stronghold? You guys have a prince here or something?
Even better.
You guys have no idea what these things mean.
No,
I'm completely. I have no idea, but I lean in, very conspiratorial. Even better, and I reach into my other side of my robe and I pull out more of my product. I grow my own product.
Oh, okay, but you didn't really answer my question. Do I have to present myself in front of your prince or something? I mean,
What
do I
the-
have to seek
wait.
permission?
No, you.
Prince.
Blood Prince.
No,
It dawns on her. Oh, you guys really don't know, do you?
No, we're rather new to this business.
Oh,
I don't
assumed
understand.
Since you weren't freaked out by the word of demon just being thrown away, that you guys were in the know.
Look,
I mean, we know about other things, like
All
gold.
right.
Okay. So I'll make this fairly simple. Most large cities, more cosmetol. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. This is the first time I'm in Alaska. I don't know how things work out here, but I mean, you guys have as much. You've got months of night and day. You guys got a vampire problem around here? I'm just gonna come out and say it. You got like a ruling clan or a prince of this area that I need to ask permission to do my hunting in your territory?
Don't know about any vampires. Are you a vampire?
Oh no, I'm just a human.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm very
Yep.
specialized. But
vampires
I'm
are real?
Yes,
Oh.
they're real.
Mikhail,
She
werewolves
takes a
are
big
real.
hit off
The
that
next-
blunt.
Demons are real.
The next thing
Oh,
you're
my
going to
friend.
tell me. Well, hang on. The next thing you're going to tell me is that the werewolves are real.
I'm gonna actually throw something at Mikhail.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll. I guess I'm gonna roll a wits just as a common sense check for Cat.
Oh no.
Okay. It's like, Mikhail, we are werewolves. She failed it.
Garu. Yeah, there's
Wait.
there's a whole specialized hunting group for you guys as well. I'm not one of them. I do demons, just demons. That's all I do.
Oh my god, Cat, you are a werewolf? You did not tell me?
Oh my god.
Hey, look, it's some of my best contacts are werewolves. You guys like glasswalkers or?
Wait, you have contacts who are werewolves. We need.
Oh yeah, back on not here. Like I said, it's the first time in Alaska. But yeah, I mean, you guys got tribes that just like hang out in cities, and like a lot of CEOs are werewolves.
We're gonna have to make a trade for some contacts here because we don't know shit.
What happened to your what is it called? A tribe? Your moot?
That is an incredibly long story, and I'm not exactly sure.
Oh,
We did. It's actually a very short story. We never had one. We were experimented on by secret evil corporation.
she kind of shrugs. Checks out.
We need to find out to figure out how this fucking werewolf business works.
Well, look, if we can come to some kind of understanding here, and I can get paid by killing my quarry, I'm sure I can put you in contact with some friends of mine. Hey, look. Glasswalker guys are kind of dicks. Like, they're all like high-powered type A personality CEOs, and they'll probably not be too willing to help you out. But like, I know some guys, the Bone Gnawers, they're pretty cool dudes. Most of them are homeless guys on the street, but they know a lot of lore. Much easier to get along with.
Look, anyone at this point, anyone who will actually help.
Okay, cool. I'll make you a deal. If I can collect on this bounty. It doesn't have to be soon. Yeah, okay, I understand, like, whatever you got for a prince is not a vampire? The hell is he, a mage?
Look,
No? Okay.
I don't think we have...
She turns to Mikhail. Who's the boss? Like, what is he?
Oh, he runs a local criminal syndicate.
She starts laughing. Probably part of it is because of the weed, which is very high powered.
Only the best.
You guys are a bunch of werewolves, and like the prince of your city is just a fucking 2-bit criminal guy. That's it. That's all you got.
I look at her very seriously. Don't you dare bad talk him. He is good friend.
Sorry.
He's 3-bit at least.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Maybe this will be easier than I thought then. Like, your boss probably could, like, maybe I can cut him in for a share of the bounty.
I'm gonna...
Good money.
Oh, dear.
Like, or maybe I can buy a hunting license from him or something.
Also, the biggest actually, to be honest, the biggest, scariest person around town is the leader of the slayers we've been working with.
Well, I was gonna say, there's also this rival Russian gang.
This rival asshole out of Russia who's been trying to assassinate, a girl who's basically uninvolved just because of family ties that I'm very personally inclined to go do something about.
Oh, I believe me, we will be doing something about that.
This is getting really complicated. Look.
Oh yes, dude. How do you think I fucking feel?
You guys seem to be a little out of your depth. That's cool. I understand the whole protection thing, Mikhail. It looks like you're gonna have to be my go-between to figure out if I need a hunting license or what the deal is with my quarry, because I mean that's payday for me. I've been hunting for a while now.
We can go talk to him. Give it a little time. His daughter is in a bit of a situation right now. Give him a little bit of time, and then we can go talk to him.
Connor,
Yes.
go ahead and so I didn't make you roll again because you got 10 successes.
Mhm.
You do patch the guy up. You got a slow drip of adrenaline going to him just to see if you can get him out of his coma. And he takes in at first like it's a big gulp of air, like this. So that's the difference in like the shallow breathing he's had. But then like this guy's got remarkable control. Like as soon as he does it, he seems to realize he's fully conscious. He's bound, and then he goes back to that normal rhythm again. So like he's playing like he's not conscious again. Problem is, you've got him hooked up to medical gear, so you saw the spike in the EKG. You
Yo.
see the brain activity.
I'll wave people over.
Okay. I assume when you say people, you mean the rest of the crew here.
Yeah.
I come over.
He's awake.
Ah, very good. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how rough can I play with him before he dies again?
he's not much. He's
Yeah,
not in good shape.
Not much. We also don't have
Okay.
the supplies here to get him chatty.
I have a plan. I have a plan for him. Let's just give him some time to heal. Maybe put some. Can he breathe through his nose? Can we put tape over his mouth or something?
So are you all in the room now?
Yeah, I guess
That
so.
would be. Yep.
So Connor, you're watching the EKG. You're watching his brain waves and that sort of thing. You've got some patches going to like just a small computer console as you're looking at him.
Mhm.
And none of it changes. Although you can tell that he is awake and aware, but like there's no blip, there's no extra increase in his heart rate, and he just kind of says under his breath, "You are the one called Mikhail. I know your voice."
Hello again there. I would normally say hello there, friend, but we are not friends today.
We could be friends. Why don't you kill that son of a bitch you call a leader, and you can join my side.
But you see, you're speaking of my good friend, and I don't kill my good friends. We don't kill our friends in Mother Russia. You should know that.
Send him to Siberia then. Get rid of him. Let my master take his place.
But I don't even know your master, and to be honest, I don't really think I want to. It doesn't sound like a good friend, if you know what I mean.
Can be a good friend. I'm sure he pays better than that piece of shit you follow. Connor, while there is no heartbeats exactly in rhythm, there is nothing indicating that this man is talking anything. Like he's got really good control over his body.
Makes me. Can I peel open? This is a bad idea, but can I peel open his eyes to see how out of it he actually is? If his
You approach him,
pupils respond.
he stops playing like he's asleep. At least in how he's hunched over and everything. And he just opens his eyes and looks right into your eyes.
Look him in the face. Look at the monitoring equipment. It's like,
Yeah, his pupils are dilated. He is concussed, like that's showing in his pupils. But again, no reaction, no increase in heart rate, nothing changing in his brain scan.
I hate to say it, impressive.
My boss hires only the best.
And,
Here, you might be the best, Mikhail.
oh, I'll get a little closer to him. I'll do the Slav squat. right down next to him. Do tell, I don't hear much about myself, believe it or not.
You're the word man. You're the one that smooths things over here. My master has done his research before he comes to take over.
Very thorough, is he?
It was meant to be simple. We take the girl. We ransom the girl, tell him to take his crew and take himself, and go peddle his wares elsewhere. Find a nice other rabbit hole to crawl down. My master wants this city.
Why the fuck would anyone want this little tiny city in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Alaska?
It's a nexus. There's power here.
Oh. Your master, he has researched this power, has he? He knows what it is?
He does.
Ah. Now tell me, What else do you know about me and my friends here? Where do we
Oh.
fit into your picture?
I know that the dwelling you live in now is perched above the holding cell of one of my master's minions, a traitor.
Ah. Well, I hate to tell you this, but I think your master has missed out on something.
No, he rarely does.
Then your master knows what it is we can do to you. Is that so?
I am nothing. If my master misses my presence, he will resurrect me as he has done many times.
Well, that is fascinating. So your master. What should I call him? I feel rude just calling him the Russian, considering who I am, who we are.
He's had many names. Many names. Do you
I
know
just
your
need one of
history, Mikhail?
I know enough history to at least pass the "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?"
Oh, then you may call my master Rasputin.
That is incredibly cliche and very offensive. I like it though. It
His
does
face is
have
completely impassive as he's saying all of this. Like,
has a little bit of poetic justice though. I like it. It's clever. It's good. Not good enough, but it's okay.
Cat elbows Koa. So we're dealing with the Mad Monk of Russia, who was the lover of the Russian queen.
Who sounds like he's a vampire? Because I doubt he lived this long without being a
mean-
vampire.
Explains that whole story about them trying to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me talk to my friends for a moment. Why don't you wait right here?
yes.
Not that he has a choice. All right, group huddle.
So Connor, he has
Yes.
slipped back into unconsciousness.
Mhm.
Brainwaves are all going to the low delta waves, as if he were in like good deep sleep.
Just give it all
If all-
big. Cat's gonna go put a bucket over his head just in case.
Cat, this isn't Skyrim.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the bucket will make it easier for him to hear us as well. Any sound bouncing around is going to bounce around in that bucket.
Cat's just gonna put her phone on vibrate, set it to go repeatedly, set it on top
the
of the
demon
bucket.
hunter has got her arms crossed and lips pursed. She was hearing the whole thing. You didn't ask her to stay behind. So she
Yeah, I
heard
know. I know.
She finishes her blunt, taking a big inhale, throws the butt down, and she finishes off the champagne. Well, this town's going to get interesting.
What do you know about Rasputin?
About what you said, I mean, I know the lore, the Mad Monk, they beheaded him or something. And
I know the
things
song.
like that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a vampire. There are other things he could be. Could have been a magus, a mage. He could have. I don't think he's a demon. He had. No, no. He used them as information sources. He could be a mummy. She's thinking. There are many. Oh, maybe.
Okay,
I
what
don't
can
know.
resurrect a schmuck like that?
Well, if he's a thrall, if his lord is a vampire and of a low enough generation, he's probably a thrall. He's probably drank his master's blood. So anything short of decapitating him and burning his body, he will eventually regenerate from.
Oh boy.
If he's a servant of, they've got another name for him, but we just call them mummies. If he's a servant of a mummy, well, then his spirit is being kept elsewhere, and this is pretty much just a shell. And spirit will be called back to the item, and it could be put in another body easily enough. There's a lot of things this could be. I don't know. I've not heard of a player named going by Rasputin. My dog eats out. Give me a second.
Will do. All right. I kind of have a plan. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna wait till Bert gets back. But I have a plan, and I don't think you guys are gonna like it.
Of course not.
All right, sorry.
All right, welcome back, Bert. So I have a plan, and I don't think the team is gonna like it. All right, here's kind of what I'm thinking. They are after our. Okay, I say our, but I mean the royal hour is in me, my friend beneath the house. I think perhaps I can go talk to him, maybe get a little more information on who Rasputin is and what he is, and I think that we may want to put a pin in the killing of the demon until we know exactly what it is he wants or why my boss is protecting him.
By the way, the music has stopped.
Okay.
Kat's poking her head out, seeing if she's needed up at the tech booth.
No, the band is packing up. The singer is going through the crowd, signing autographs. Cars are starting to line up outside to pick up the sorority girls to go home. It's late. It's really late.
I need to go be a good host. You guys think on my plan real quick. I will be back, and I'm gonna rush out to go finish my hosting duties.
Okay.
Kat's going to send a text to Julie, who I believe is also at the hospital. It's like, I think we may need to talk.
Okay. Text says received, but you don't get an answer back.
She just...
Alright. So, what are we doing about this guy?
Which this guy?
The Spetsnaz.
Let's see, did he say that asshole under the house was a servant of his master or a
traitorous servant?
Traitorous servant.
Of his master.
Okay, so traitorous servant of his master, that means that we could potentially lock him in the scary part of the basement.
Want to put
also-
him in the basement?
See, because then he probably has to go through Cat to get anywhere if he does get out. But the reality is that I'm not sure that we're really equipped to hold him for long. Then again, we happen to have people who are. We have professionals. So, I say that we ask our friends who actually know what they're doing what to do with him. Because, martial arts and computers doesn't exactly give you a background in holding prisoners.
If you want to call one of the hunters group in and ask them, he said, well, why do you want to keep him? Normal protocol is that he was a liability and we just execute him. Has he got some kind of bargaining potential for you? You need more information out of him. Keeping prisoners is always a risk. We avoid it whenever possible.
Okay. I don't like it, but that's a good point.
I am no longer there, but just to remind everyone, my suggestion was we use him to talk to our friend underneath.
You're cutting in and out of there, Nick.
Sorry, I was turned away from the mic. How about now? Is that better?
Much better. Yep.
My suggestion was, talk to our friend under the house and perhaps leverage this guy with our friend.
Well, that is effectively executing him. Especially because his boss can... Oh, shit. We need to talk to your boss again, because apparently this guy's boss is Rasputin.
I imagine you guys are talking over the phone right now.
Well, no,
Hold on.
I'm just reminding them I'm
Okay,
back.
yeah.
I'm out doing my host duties, seeing all the girls out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure everything's all good.
Yeah, that's right. That was Mikhail's plan. So we need to talk to your boss, because this guy's boss is apparently Rasputin and is something that can bring him back.
Sorry, are you addressing me,
No,
or who
he's
you talking?
talking. He's talking to the guard of.
Yeah, the hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Old One
Oh.
Eye. You need to talk to him tonight. I can get him over here. Otherwise,
think-
we should probably
Also, she
have
will hunter.
she does the cheers with the bottle. She's grabbed another one out of the case. She's like, "All right, yeah, so it's shit, but the taste grows on you." He's
The alcohol content grows on you.
Lone wolves. He shakes his head. He says, "Lone wolves." Oh.
Yeah, this is what 2? Yeah, number 2.
There's a surprising amount of them out there. So he goes over and just kind of studies her up and down and says, "So, what's your game? Revenge? Something kill your parents? Oh no, cash, hard cash. Oh great, one of those. Okay,
At least you know where their loyalty is.
yeah. I mean, honestly, trust her as much as you want, I guess. It's pretty straightforward. She kills critters for money. I mean, you might want to ask her who's got the bounty out, but other than that, it's a rough trade. They don't live long. They don't got much of a support line, and they don't have a crew to back them up. So, kind of looks her over. How long have you been in the biz? And she just kind of smiles. Long enough. Be careful with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to talk to One Eye tonight. We're gonna ask for a little palaver tomorrow for breakfast, just to go over the events of tonight. If you can wait till then, it's already scheduled. Otherwise, I can go get his ass out of bed.
Given who ex-Betsy's asshole boss is, it may be an out-of-bed scenario, because our options, we've been told, are words I don't understand, but I guess very powerful vampire or wizard, and I don't know much, and either of those theoretically could be scary, I think.
Right. So be it. And he gets on the headset. He's like, "Yeah, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up One Eye. Yeah, I know. Hey, look, tell him Kat was the one who requested his presence. She can take the heat on this one." Click.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Meanwhile, Mikhail, as you are being a good hostess, bidding everyone a good night, everyone seems to be in good mood. The singer comes up, kind of lays an elbow over you, and he's smoking something not as good as your own wares. And he says, "Hey, did your boss tell you that he and I have an understanding?"
About that, he didn't give me any of the specifics.
Oh, probably shouldn't have. Just I'm under his protection while I'm here. Hey, look, don't worry about the crowd. That little last number we played, they'll just remember having a great night. They'll feel a little sick in the morning from the alcohol and drugs, but they won't remember anything that happened.
Right. And which part was that?
No, just that last number we played. I just put a little suggestion into their heads. They'll just remember having a good night. I don't know if anybody saw anything, but just in case.
Right.
Hey, that little number that tried to stab me, you guys still got a hold of her?
Unfortunately, we do not. We had a bigger issue. Our mutual friend, the one keeping an eye out for you, his daughter is she's fine, but she's in hospital right now.
Yeah.
We have other culprits that we are dealing with.
I can smell lies, Just that's his nose. That's all right. I understand. I just wanted to have a safe discussion with her at some point. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Just wanted to explain things to her. see if we can
Well-
work something out.
If it makes you feel any better, we've already talked to her, and we've reached an understanding that there will be no moves made for the time being, seeing as you're under my boss's protection.
Oh, great. Yeah, because this town's got a lot of potential.
That it does. I will let her know that you wanted to have a little chat. I'm sure she would be thrilled.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. He pats himself down. He pulls out a business card. Yeah, this is the hotel I'm staying at. He writes a number on the back of the thing. Here, just hand that to her.
I'll take it. Well, before I see you off, friend, I just have to say, what you are smoking is god awful. Spit it out. I reach into my robe and I pull out some more of the good shit, and I give him 2 blunts.
Appreciate it, friend. All right. Well, me and the band, we've had a great night. I'm all full up, so I think we'll be calling it a night.
Have a good one.
Yeah, he kind of taps the card that he handed you. Yeah, if you need to talk, or if your boss needs to talk, that's where I'm staying.
Will do. You have a good night.
Okay, Connor,
Yes.
Goa, you two are the left in the room. Well, actually, Cat's there too. There's Cat. Oh, wait, turn it. Hold on a second. I gotta put you back in the right place. Give me a second, John. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Cat, Connor, and Koa. You're kind of left in the room with the Demon Slayer and the now heavily sleeping Russian.
I'm just looking around like I wish things were simpler.
So, might be a rude question, but how much were you planning on selling information about us for?
You guys? I only hunt demons. I can care less what's going on here otherwise.
That's good.
And she hands the bottle that she's opened to you, Koa, and she grabs another one off the shelf and says, "Interesting's where all the fun is."
Yeah, but this is beyond me. At this point, just point me in a direction. Tell me what to do. I'm a better follower than a leader.
You have to learn to compartmentalize. Is it something you can deal with? No, ignore. Ignore it as much as you can.
Okay. Do you guys want a scene? Is there anything you want to talk about in the room at all?
It's just Cat's going to ask because it was suggested by our professionals. So our professional friends have asked, brought up the point. Who are you hunting the demon for?
Oh, honestly, I really don't know. You got a computer?
Yeah, Cat just computer.
Okay. She goes to like her makeup compact and she pulls out out of the side of it like a really thin USB device. You mind?
Sure, this one's expendable.
Yeah, she pops it in, reboots the system, and it comes up under like a Kali Linux system. And she starts typing in an IP address. And it goes to like an old style, kind of like an IRC news group sort of thing. It's like, got the bounty here. Sure enough, this news group is basically people hiring killers of supernatural things. Hunter.net.
I just look at this girl or this woman and I'm like, if I'm ever on there, please just don't let me know. I don't want to know.
Most bounties aren't just because you're a certain thing. Usually you have to do something to get on somebody's shit radar. And they've got to have money to be able to shell out for you. I mean, I assume you haven't eaten someone's grandmother or anything.
Nope.
I almost ate a
Nope.
chicken once. It's fucking devil chicken, I swear to God.
Yeah, a good thing
Mostly
you did.
it's a bunch
Yeah,
of
chicken.
bereaved family members or something supernatural has killed one of their family members. And of course, they can't go to the police or detectives or anything like that. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
eventually someone gives them this IP address and they show up here. You know, we all deal in crypto these days. Used to be gold Kruger ants. You know, I kind of inherited this from my older sister. But yeah, she told me all kinds of stories about back in the day before we had crypto and other stuff.
Oh God, John having one of those moments with the nature of Cat's dark secret is, oh God, it's her older sister.
Oh, here's the thread.
That's-
Yeah, it goes back a long way. So the bounty's been out for more than 5. Okay, so something you, I mean, I guess I don't mind sharing a little bit of the trade. Hunter Net went down for a few years, like completely scrubbed off the net. No one knows why or how, because it's all decentralized. You know, it uses news groups, but it was just scrubbed, and then it was just active again in the last 5 years. All the information back up. Just no one knows why it went down. But anyway, the contract goes back from the time that the net went back up, and it's probably been around longer. So if we go through the thread here, you see that there's a cached portion from the last person who took the contract, and of course that's during the loss period, so that I can't see the cache anymore. But it's been going on for a while.
Is this the kind of
family
thing that-
vendetta?
Is this the kind of thing that Cat could do any kind of data recovery on?
You honestly don't know. Possibly. But the thing about it being a decentralized system is, you know, that's part of its security. No bit of data is in any one computer. Yeah, so she shows you that. It's like, yeah, I've got half a crypto key. Upon completion of the mission, I get the other half, and I can cash it in for some nice Bitcoin.
Did we ever get your name?
No one's asked.
Yeah, name's. Hey, screw it. I'm Cat.
Hi, Kat. Kind of got that from the back and forth. You guys are really loose with your names. Hi, Koa. And she kind of chimes champagne glasses with you. Your esteemed
Hello.
doctor here is Connor, I heard someone say.
Mm-hmm.
You can call me Nicole. No, it's not my real name.
I honestly didn't even expect you to give us that.
Well, it wouldn't matter. According to official records, my real name is dead and buried along with my sister in a house that burned down 5 years ago.
He died on an island.
So, yeah, I go by Nicole now. Passports, IDs all go to that name. So, Nicole it is. So are you looking through the news group?
Yeah, she is.
So along with bounties, there are people offering services like mystical tattooing, like you can buy a sliver of the true cross, you can buy holy water, you can buy pure silver knives. Like there's a whole community of hunter paraphernalia for sale as well.
So this is just like it Cat's just like, okay. Good thing that my shit is laced with so much of my own spyware that I'll be able to get back to this. It's her computer.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
Mind if I make a copy of your drive there?
The only thing that's important is she kind of points out the IP address. You're not going to find that in any directory. My system's set up just to set up this onion router here. That's the only thing you need, but you're not going to be able to do any transactions if you're unknown. You got to make a name for yourself, or you got to be vouched for in the community before anyone will do business with you. But she just kind of points at the IP address. That's all you need.
Okay. I'll be honest, I think we have somebody who can vouch for us.
Fair enough. She powers down the system, pulls up the thumb drive.
Okay, so that's just... I'll be honest, Kat has an intelligence score of 5. I think she could just memorize that IP address.
Yep, that's fine. You're a network person too, so...
Yeah. She was cybersecurity specialist.
Yeah. Mikhail, let's get back to you. So the last of the sorority sisters are packed away into cars. Cleanup's already happening by the crew that you had hired to do that. The catering people have taken down all their stuff. So basically cleanup's going on. The band is gone. The singer's gone. And just as everyone else is wrapping up on an old style Indian motorcycle, Indian brand name motorcycle, comes Odin, affectionately known as codename Odin. He's riding on this like big old style bike, just making that just loud growling sound from the engine. He's got his biker boots on and he's got his leather jacket on, but he's got a onesie underneath all of the rest of it, like a knight. Yeah. He's grumbling as he comes down. He pulls off his helmet. He kind of just looks at you and scowls, Mikhail, as he barges into the...
I give him a big smile.
Wipe that off your face, son. It's not a civilized hour to be awake. Too old for this shit.
Perhaps for you, not for me.
As he sticks a cigar in his mouth. He heads to the back room since he saw your layout and all your plans and everything. So he barges in, Kat. First, he has all eyes for you, but then he turns around, looking at your guest. And he takes a cigar out of his mouth. And he kind of just dips his head and says, Nicole, I'm sorry about your sister. That was a rough bit of work. She's like, yeah, well, that's the biz, right? And they do this complicated fist bumping thing. All right, Kat, what the hell do you want me here for?
So asshole McFuckface over there. Apparently his boss is unknown by many names, but is called Rasputin and can resurrect his fucking ass, and is evidently not dead, and is the new crime boss moving in on the town, and just about everything that.
Slow down. Rasputin. So, like, is this a code name, or do you mean the Rasputin?
Probably the, based on how he worded it.
Oh, fuck. So what is he? Vampire?
Cat's like, we don't know yet.
All right. So what's your question here? What to do with this douchebag? And he
Yes.
kind of smacks the bucket that's on his head. Connor, you're still monitoring him. No, it doesn't faze him. Nothing changes.
Bucket, there's still a phone vibrating on top of it. The battery on that's going to die here soon. They're not really meant to go that long. So yeah, what to do with that douchebag? Are you able to get any information out of him? And... fuck. Yeah, I think that summarizes it.
All right. Oh, this is going to be a long night. Okay, look. That's a tricky question. This city hasn't been claimed by anyone, by Vampire Prince, by who knows whatever other supernatural mumbo jumbo goes around, but there's usually a pecking order around here. My intel, my guys have been poking around the last few days, tells me there's something special about this place. There's an awful lot of untapped magical potential. Certain supernatural creatures can tap it. Maguses, mages, of course, can use it in spellcasting. We don't know what is radiating it. where it's centered at, but this place has just got it in spades, like a powder keg, ready for that match to explode it.
Other really important thing he said. Apparently, Grandpa is a rebelling servant of his master's.
Fuck.
I'm guessing that means his master's even bigger and scarier.
No, I don't know. Look, I don't know his full story, but I know that he made a deal with the Nefandis, which is it's a mage that went crazy, that they made deals with some outer earthly beings, but he did that to get out of a contract he had with someone. I'm guessing that would be this Rasputin. Fuck. Are we gonna have a sit down with the old man?
That's what I'm worried about. That is part of why I think Mikhail is keeping these two alive.
Well, look, and he kind of grabs the arms of the guy, and he's tied down, and he kind of leans in, even though there's a bucket over this. Connor.
Slumber, you're muted.
Slumbo.
Tell me if there's any reaction. And he pulls out a knife and he just jams it through the top of the man's hand. There's no reaction. Nothing? Pulls out a vial of something. Just kind of drips it all over the same hand. Looks over to you, Connor. Anything? Fishes around inside of his neckline. He pulls out a cross, a very tiny cross. And he lays it on the guy's skin. Anything?
I think we lost Connor.
Connor dropped.
Oh, did he? Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'll assume that Connor comes back with the nothing changes. All right, he's not a vampire. He's not a thrall. Well, he could be a thrall. He could have. There you are. Can you hear us, Slumber?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Couldn't hear me. I think I was
There we go.
technical issues.
Yeah, no problem. So Odin is basically trying a bunch of stuff on your prisoner. He stabs him through the hand. He pours some water on him, places a cross on the flesh, and keeps looking at you to ask if there's any response. There's been no response.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, look, either he's a construct that's just riding a human body and he's not really a human. He could be a thrall that's just not gotten completely bloodbound, so he's not reacting to any of the usual stuff. Or fuck, maybe, I don't know. There's too many things he could be.
He said his boss has resurrected him multiple times before.
Probably a construct. All right, look, you're not going to get anything more out of him than he's wanting to tell you. You're not going to be able to torture, mind read anything out of this. He might still be useful. He's willing to talk. Did he try to make a bargain with anyone?
Yes.
With Mikhail. Mikhail did not accept. He was smarter this time.
Maybe a fae. It's up to you. If it were my gang, we'd cut the head off, burn the body, scatter the ashes.
I'm honest. I hate to say it, but I'm starting to think that Papa may be able to at least tell us something about him. Especially if we're willing to hand him over to Papa.
Right. In which case, you need to make sure he's secure. Look, I tossed him in a trunk where he's got barely enough room where he's not going to be able to move around. I don't even believe he needs to breathe, to be honest.
I'm going to go for cocooned in duct tape at the very minimum. And then, at this point, seeing as how she dealt with the zip ties, I'm going to, I think there's some old chain in the back of the truck.
Yeah, that's fine. But something else you need to know is it's entirely possible that anything that's said or heard in his general area is being reported back to whatever controls or created this thing.
Hence the bucket.
Yeah.
And the loud ringing phone.
It's just on vibrate, but he's inside of a bucket with a vibrating phone on top of it.
You mind if I ask a few questions?
Sure.
He takes the bucket off, and then he kind of leans down so that he's not so close that the guy could headbutt him, but still like right in front of him. Speak your piece. And his eyes open. Connor, his brainwaves have gone from that slow stage 3 kind of sleep into normal active brain pattern, but respiration, EKGs, nothing else changes.
Oh,
Simple. My master wishes to come in and claim this area, as you said to your friends here. It is unclaimed. His accent's completely different. Yeah, and he kind of brings his foot up and kind of puts it on his knee and kind of leans over the cigar right in the guy's face. What's so damn special about this place? You got something to say, Cat?
No, I'm just resting my hand on the hanger that I'm holding. Sorry.
So,
You can't see it on the camera, but it's my fidget for the night.
what's so special about this place? Well, you said it yourself. Unspent potential.
God damn it, the vibrating bucket didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And what about the people that live here? That can be negotiated. Mm-hmm. You got anything else your master wants to say? The offer is good for 48 hours. Right. And he kind of puts the cigar out on the guy's forehead. No change, Connor. Yeah, he's a mouthpiece. I doubt that what you're seeing here is an actual living creature. It's probably mimicking being alive.
I see.
Up to you. I think he said his piece. His master's made an offer.
What?
Mikhail, you're back at this point. Have
All right.
his boss clear out. Rasputin takes over. And we can negotiate terms for the citizens.
Well, I do not like the sound of that. You know, we have a thing, a saying back in Mother Russia. What we do to bullies who decide they want to take what they are ours.
Elect them to office?
No,
The cat Lucas. Have you watched the news recently?
well, the saying is, remember who took Berlin.
Oh,
Remember,
so elect them to office. Got it.
or was it? Wait for winter, because winter solves all of your problems. Maybe it was
Elect
that.
them to office. I see. Anyhow.
Yeah, my best advice is to get rid of him now. Scatter his ashes, cut his head off. But if you think he might be useful later, bind him, put him in something he can't move around very well in. And like I said, I don't think he needs to eat or breathe.
Okay, toolbox on the back of the truck has a lock on the outside of it, and We have duct tape and chains. And we could then just hand him off to Grandpa and see what Grandpa makes of the situation.
Up to you. I'd still go the decapitation and burn and rot myself. Is this all you got me out of bed for?
Rasputin? All?
And no idea. We're gonna have to do some research on him. I'll get my boys on that. Hey, IHOP looks down at his watch. I was gonna say 7 a.m., but let's say 9 a.m. Get a sit rep on things, figure out where we're gonna go from here. Sound good?
Yeah. And we'll call our other hunter buddy and get everyone on the same page.
He's on the roof outside the building opposite you with a sniper scope.
Oh!
We didn't feel like he was a threat to any of you, so we left him alone.
Yeah, he's not. I'm pretty confident he's not anyway.
Nicole speaks up. Wait. Another hunter?
We told you.
Wait, no, yeah, but who's he after? Is he after my quarry too? Does he know he's protected?
He doesn't.
Nope. I don't think he'd listen if we told him.
Right.
Yeah, because he's
so
not
about
in
that
it
time,
with me.
you hear the crack of a rifle outside, and we're headed there for the night.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Yep. Okay. Right. Welcome back to the World of Darkness.
Yay.
Lots of yapping. That tends to happen with a lot of these storyteller games. But yeah, so your boss's daughter, stable, but still not out of the woods yet. Mikhail seems to, if not forgiven you, at least still trusts you. New person trying to horn in on your boss's neighborhood, though, might be, well, definitely is a supernatural of some sort. May even be something from the deep past of your nation. Hard to tell. Yeah, I guess we'll end there. John, anyone? You guys got anything you want to plug?
I do.
Yeah,
So,
go for it.
the wonderful studio of Cannon Otter Studios currently has a Kickstarter going for a product called Skin City, which is a lovely, spooky adventure as skeletons in the last human city on Earth type system. I believe, Bert, you are also involved in that art too, aren't you?
Yeah, quite possibly. And right here, and we are now showing the Kickstarter.com. Just look up Skin City. Will be the first thing that you hit on there. Pretty fun. It uses Mark of the Odd or the Into the Odd system. Very simple system. The game is a lot of fun. Great for one-shot adventures. Something that might be very useful around Halloween time.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. So yeah, check that out. Anyone else?
We should be streaming after this on Oak's channel.
Yeah, Oak is missing in action tonight, so I don't know.
Maybe not.
Idea. Maybe not.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We will see. Okay, well, the other thing is, well, if you found us, you know where we are, but also go to bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK, because not only is there over now 17 years now worth of podcasting goodness, of silliness like this and some not like this, all of our social links are there as well, so check that out. Thanks for playing, guys. Back into the thick of it, and we will return next week. Say goodbye,
Good
everybody.
night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.